Have you ever wondered why some people always seem to have money flowing into their lives, while others struggle to keep even a few coins in their pockets? It's not luck. It's not even about how much they earn. It's about how they think about money and what they do with it. Today, we're going to dive deep into a timeless classic, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason, a book that, despite being written almost a century ago, holds the most practical, profound, and shockingly simple financial wisdom ever shared. And we'll explore how its 7 rules for curing a lean purse, yes, lean meaning thin, empty, struggling, can transform the way you handle your money, your habits, and your mindset. Because, let's be honest, a thin wallet isn't just about the lack of cash. It's a symbol, a reflection of how we see and respect money. And the best part? These rules aren't complex theories or modern financial jargon. They're simple, ancient principles that anyone can apply. Starting today. George S. Clason published The Richest Man in Babylon in 1926. The main character, Arkad, wasn't born wealthy. He started just like most of us, earning little, spending everything, and wondering why wealth never seemed to come his way. But instead of giving up, he sought advice, learned principles, and practiced them until they became part of his life. Those principles became the foundation of what we now call the 7 cures for a lean purse. The 7 timeless rules that can cure anyone's thin wallet, even today. So grab a cup of coffee, open your mind, and let's take a journey through Babylon, the city of gold, wisdom, and timeless lessons about wealth. Rule 1. Start thy purse to fattening. The very first rule Arkad teaches is simple, and yet it's the foundation of all wealth. Start thy purse to fattening. In modern language, it means pay yourself first. Before you pay anyone else, before you cover your bills or buy your morning coffee, save at least 10% of everything you earn. It sounds basic, but it's powerful. Because when you pay yourself first, you're sending a message to your subconscious. I respect my money. I value my future more than my impulses. Think about how most people handle income. The moment they get paid, they start spending. Rent, food, entertainment, little pleasures. And by the end of the month, there's nothing left to save. Arkad puts it beautifully. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Notice he didn't say, if you can keep it, or if you have something left over. He said, is yours to keep. That means saving is not optional. It's a duty to yourself. Here's a simple way to apply it today. Every time you receive income, even a small one, automatically set aside 10%. If you can do more, great. But never do less. It's not about the amount, it's about the habit. Because wealth grows not from sudden windfalls, but from consistent, intentional action. And here's a mental shift to remember. You're not saving to survive. You're saving to invest, to make your money work for you in the future. That's the first step toward curing a lean purse. The moment your money stops being something you chase and starts being something you keep. Rule 2. Control thy expenditures. Now that you've started to fatten your purse, the next challenge begins. You see, saving a part of what you earn is powerful, but it's only half of the story. Because even the fullest purse can quickly become empty again if you don't learn to control what flows out of it. That brings us to the second cure for a lean purse. Control thy expenditures. In other words, live below your means. Spend less than you earn, always. It sounds easy, until life steps in. Because let's face it, there's always something calling for our money. The new phone, the weekend trip, the upgrade you deserve. Our desires expand as fast as our income. George Clason writes, what each of us calls our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our incomes unless we protest to the contrary. Let that sink in. If you don't consciously set limits, your needs will expand forever. Arkad teaches his students that true control isn't about deprivation. It's about purpose. It's not about saying no to everything. It's about learning to say yes only to what truly matters. Here's how you can apply it today. Track every coin, or every dollar, that leaves your hand for a full month. Every coffee, every app subscription, every small expense. Then look at the total. Most people are shocked when they realize how much of their income goes to things that bring little or no lasting value. Once you see the pattern, you can start making choices. Cut or reduce what doesn't serve your goals. Redirect that money toward your savings and investments, the things that build your future. Because wealth is not built by how much you make, but by how much you keep and how wisely you use it. Remember Arkad's wisdom. Confuse not the necessary expenses with thy desires. When you master this, you take the second step toward financial freedom. Rule 3. Make thy gold multiply. Now that your purse is growing and your spending is under control, it's time to make your money work for you. That's the third cure for a lean purse. Make thy gold multiply. Or simply put, invest wisely. Saving is the seed. But investing, that's what makes the tree grow. If your money just sits idle in a jar, it may feel safe, but it's not working. And wealth only grows when your money begins to earn more money. George Clason describes it like this: the gold we may retain from our earnings is but the start. The earnings it will make shall build our fortunes. Think of your money as a team of workers. Each coin is an employee. If they just sit around doing nothing, your business, your financial life, doesn't grow. But if you send them out to work, carefully and wisely, they'll come back with more coins, their offspring. That's the principle of compounding, a concept that turns modest savings into long-term wealth. For example, imagine you invest just $100 a month into a diversified fund that earns an average of 8% per year. After 20 years, that small habit can grow into nearly $60,000, not from luck, but from consistent effort and time. That's what Arkad meant by making your gold multiply. But here's where many people go wrong. They chase quick profits. They fall for schemes that promise easy money. And often, they lose it all. Arkad warns clearly: be cautious with thy wealth. Consult with wise men. Let their wisdom protect thy treasure from unsafe investments. In today's world, that means do your research. Understand where your money goes. Never invest in something you don't fully understand. Because true wealth doesn't come from gambling. It comes from patience, learning, and steady growth. So, as your purse grows heavier and your discipline stronger, remember this: every dollar you earn can become your servant, and every servant can bring you more. Let your gold multiply, and watch how your future begins to change. So there we have it, the first 3 cures for a lean purse. They may sound simple, but they are timeless. 3 steps that can transform anyone's financial life, just as they did for the people of Babylon. Start by saving a part of what you earn. Control what you spend, and make your money work, not sleep, because wealth doesn't appear overnight. It grows, coin by coin, habit by habit, decision by decision. In the next part, we'll uncover the remaining cures. If you found these lessons useful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of The Richest Man in Babylon. Remember, every rich life begins with one wise choice. You've already made yours by learning. See you in the next episode.